Rogue just dropped in Marvel Rivals. Let's quietly break down her abilities and see how strong she really is. Hello everyone and welcome back to another ASMR video. So as you guys are aware, Rogue is the brand new hero that has dropped in Marvel Rivals. So in this one, we'll be going over all of her abilities, checking them all out, and of course hopping into some matches to see how she plays in game. So of course, starting it off, she comes in as a 5-star difficulty. So definitely going to be very challenging to play her in this game. So starting it off, you have her basic attack, the Power Surge Punch. Hold left click just to do some basic damage. You do have her team up with Gambit, which is really good. So you activate it, you use her left click, and you damage enemies in an AoE, so in an area, and you also heal any allies within your area too, which is very impressive. So next we have her left shift, which is a Fatal Attraction. So basically you dash forward, you hit left shift again, and you create like a ring around the enemy, and then it pulls in anyone at the end. So we'll check it out here. So of course this is her left click, nothing too crazy. Her dash, so you press left shift, does that. You have the prompt to hit pull, and then it does that, so it drags them all in, which is pretty nice. Definitely going to be good for anyone that's escaping or just for general crowd control. Next is the Chrono Kick combo. So you hit E, you dash forward, launch the enemy up into the air, and you enter a flight mode. You can hit it again to basically knock down nearby enemies, and it says your next two left clicks become ranged, they pierce enemies, and they grant bonus health. So that seems pretty good, so we'll try it here. So here's E, up in the air, you can hover for a bit, hit E again. Oh, and it does those two kicks, okay. That is pretty nice. We have a famous ability absorption. So of course you use F, you absorb a hero's ability, depending on the hero. You also get health and stats based on their role. So if they're a Vanguard, you get an attack boost. As a strategist, I believe you get a health boost, and then Vanguard, either you get a health boost, like your overall health, or you just get a shield. Not quite sure, but I'm sure you guys have seen that going around a lot. Is basically what abilities can Rogue absorb. But as you guys can see in this hero simulation, you can hover over a hero. You guys can see I hover over Magic, I get her stepping discs. I hover over Magneto, I get its iron bulwark. If I hover over Winter Soldier, I don't get anyone or any ability. So it does depend on the hero. Some are better than others. You guys can see you get Daredevil's Sonic Pursuit, you can get Gambit's Breaking Spades. I'll select Gambit, but basically you can also see the icon above the enemy as well for what ability you can get. Press F, you stun them, you absorb them, and you get it. There's a little bar there on the right for when it cool down. I press F, I get his thing, and of course you can flush or raise. However, I ran out of time there. There is only a limited amount of time, you can't hold the ability forever, it goes on a very long cooldown. But that's kind of the main kit for Rogue. Or I should say the main ability for Rogue. That's kind of her bread and butter, is the ability absorption that a lot of people will be using, getting hype over. We have a Southern Brawl, which while in defensive stance, you dash forward and slam enemies in front, dealing AoE damage. And that leads to defensive stance, which is you hold right click. It's basically just a shield, right? So you hold right click, there's a meter on the right. When it runs out, that's it. I don't believe there's a health thing for it. So if I stand here, I mean you take a little bit of damage, it's essentially just damage reduction. You don't absorb it, but it's just damage reduction. of course, when you hold her shield, you can left click, you get a dash, which does that. Pretty hefty though too, right? But that, oh wait, I actually nearly forgot about her ultimate. So her ultimate is also pretty good. It's called Heartbreaker. You absorb ultimate energy from nearby enemies and steal their stats based on their role. So similar to the F ability, however you don't gain anyone's powers, right? So I hit Q, you guys can see the ult charge on the right, dealing damage. These bots are actually strategists, so I gain something, it must be passive healing, from them, because again it depends on the role. And then of course, you're essentially invincible during this ult. Now of course we're gonna check it out in the gameplay, but I am very interested to see how she does play. But that is basically her kit. She is a up close and personal brawler. But she has some very nice abilities. Of course, she is a 5-star Vanguard, so that will make it pretty tough to play her. But no doubt people will be using her, giving her a shot, testing her out. But now we'll just check out everything new that they kind of added within Season 5.5. And then we will hop over into the gameplay. So for those of you that are interested in the proficiency awards, here are the tasks, with a hero specific one just being absorb abilities. With the rewards, this is a spray. This is the first KO prompt for hitting Captain, the second KO prompt for hitting Centurion, and then of course the Lord icon, which I know a lot of people are going to be interested in. Also, if you guys are unaware, they have announced Deadpool for next season. They are teasing him because he is just sitting there in the menu screen unlocked, but he is coming January the 16th as a duelist. Here is the ranked rogue skin Queen's Defense that you do get by reaching gold and of course completing your minimum 10 competitive matches. Alright guys, game 1 with Rogue. I am very excited, just because she does seem to be a very good tank, and I'm surprised I was able to even get her. Usually the new hero gets insta-locked as soon as I join a game, but for some reason she wasn't, so I just had to take the chance. Again, super happy, excited, and I can't wait to give her a shot. Unfortunately, no Gambit team up. But regardless, we should hold our own. Again, a 5-star tank is interesting. I need to remember her abilities too. I think my main thing right now, I mean, you don't want to spam her abilities, right? Because that kind of makes you a bad tank, right? But, oh, Angela's so annoying. Oh, yeah, see, and if you miss that, you're kind of stuffed. Oh, I got slapped, no way. I feel like Rogue is one of those heroes where if you do fail your cooldowns, right? Oh no, I'm way too, yeah, I was way too deep in their backline. But she's one of those heroes where if you fail your cooldowns, or if you don't manage them properly, similar to Gambit, you're not going to have a good time. Purely because her cooldowns are so long. Yeah. See how long it took for me to even get into the battle there? Oh wow, I got her, nice. Let me sleep them. I think I slept both of them. Yeah. Let me fly back real quick. Yeah. Damn. But like I was saying, your cooldown management has to be number one, because it takes so long to get back to the fight. You can't really, or you don't really want to use any of her abilities to get back into the fight, right? see, look at that. So tough. I mean, we're not doing too bad as a tank, right? I've got 1 in 3, which is not great, but again, getting used to. I do have my team up now, which is nice. I just saw that come in. It's hard to close the distance on a map like this. The only thing I really have. Yeah, the only thing I really have to close the distance would be my right click, left click dash, or just any other dash. But I feel like again, I'm still getting used to her. I feel like she is kind of reliant on, maybe it's the map, right? Oh wow, we popped our ults at the same time. That's interesting. Oh, I thought I got her. I really did. Oh, I'm trapped in here, dude. Yeah, I'm not doing too great. I think the other rogue is doing better. Listen, it could just be I just suck at tank. It could just be a brand new hero. It could be our supports too. Even though they're not doing too bad, I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not paying attention, right? But their rogue is getting in way too deep there. Yeah, it just feels really, really tough to attack them. Yeah, I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just diving in too hard. That Angela is so tough. Which is why Angela's one of the meta heroes. Oh, we have a flanking Jeff, which isn't that great. Again, I'm 1 in 6. Oh man, we are not doing that great, are we? Dude, I don't even know. I mean, yeah, it could just be purely I suck at tank, but again, trying to get used to her. I don't know how to close the distance though. That's kind of the only thing. Like, I guess I have all these different buttons to hit, which is also kind of killing me a little bit. Oh, wow, we dashed at the same time. Yeah, and I didn't have a dash to get away. I mean, it is what it is. I'm 1 in 8, which I don't feel like I'm that bad. But at the same time, I feel like I am getting eliminated a lot. I need to see the end though. I just feel like I'm taking so much damage. Oh well. I'm interested to see the final stats though, purely because I didn't feel like I was doing that bad. But again, we lost and I didn't really pick up any eliminations. Alright, it's the moment of truth. Let's see how we did. Yeah, I didn't even do that bad. 4k damage compared to our Spider-Man. So I dealt more damage than our DPS. 10k damage blocked, which is alright, that's better than the other rogue. Honestly, I can't even be upset about that. They went 15-2 and I went 1 in 8, I get that. But I did more damage. We just weren't able to secure the final hits. I also blocked more, probably because we got rolled. Another cool thing I found out about Rogue is whenever she has an ability, regardless of if it's your teammate or your ally, you can see what ability she has. So I just found that to be pretty cool. If you enjoy calm ASMR Marvel Rivals gameplay, make sure to subscribe for more hero showcases, updates, and more. And with that being said, guys, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Gotta apologise for only having one gameplay with Rogue. Wasn't very good, but I just could not get her in any other games afterwards. Pretty funny considering that I said in that first game I got her basically instantly. Wasn't the case for the other games. However, she is a very fun hero. I can see why she's a 5-star difficulty. And with that 5 5-star. I can definitely see a lot of people using her, especially in higher level competitive play. But yeah, guys, hopefully you all did enjoy. Catch you all next one.